folks, it's Amy from Colorado Mountain Living. Welcome to summer. I've got my winter coat back on because it is snowing outside. It's literally snowing June 23rd. Today is Brian's birthday and he's getting this wonderful birthday present of cold, snowy weather for this nice weekend. We were supposed to get all of our siding on. Just kidding. Probably not all our siding, but the weather has definitely been a huge impact in trying to get our outdoor work done. We've been rained out 3 days in a row now. We're expecting more rain later today. So this snow is eventually going to turn into rain, but it's just been such a bummer because our best opportunity to get work done has been dampened by Mother Nature. So we just try to do what we can. It's really unbelievable to have this cold weather. I was talking to a local who's been here for 30 years, and she said that she can't remember the last time in 30 years where it's been this cold and wet in the summertime. She said maybe one other year in 30 years we've had weather like this. So it's kind of unusual. It's not unusual in the scheme of things. Of course, it can snow in the mountains anytime. And that's kind of unexpected. That can happen. And it can snow in the summer, but to have it on a regular basis like this, like we had snow every week during May, it's kind of unusual. So anyway, guys, welcome to our world. This is Colorado in the mountains, over 9,000 feet. Got to put my gloves on because today I'm going to be going to the farmer's market to set up my booth in the snow. So hopefully people come out to shop because it's a chilly one. So I'm going to be wearing my winter coat. Maybe this is my new summer coat. I don't know. But I'll show you guys kind of what we've been working on, what Brian's been able to kind of get done in this challenging weather. So he's been working on some soffit work. So I'll kind of point out to you some of that soffit work. But I've got some more footage from yesterday morning where the snow was coming down so hard. It just kind of blew through, but we're definitely getting some flurries right now. Hard to believe, kind of hard to believe. And next week's forecast, I'm going to give you a little clip, show you what the temperatures are supposed to be next week. We're talking high 70s. And we haven't had any transition period to get used to weather that warm, so it's going to seem like a heat wave when we go from snow to 78 degrees. But I don't care. I'm ready for it. So the other benefit that we've had this weekend is we've had Brian's brother visiting with his 2 kids, and we've had extra hands on deck to help get work done. But we've just been struggling to actually have more than just an hour at a time to work on the siding because we just keep getting rained out. But it has been really helpful to have extra hands on deck because it makes the wood cutting going a lot faster, and then you've got someone who can run boards to you, and Brian's up on the ladder while he's nailing in the soffits, so he's not having to do all that footwork. So let's take a look at how the soffit's turning out. You can kind of see these are pine boards, tongue and groove, so very familiar with how those all go together with all of our practice on the ceilings. We got this little dormer here all done, and he's making his way around to the front of the house, near the front door. So he's kind of got under this eave here, and that's kind of been the stopping place. We really haven't been able to get much more done than just an hour or 2 a day over this entire weekend because we keep getting rained out. And I don't mean sprinkles. I mean it's been coming down, pouring. We've had a little bit of hail, and now the snow. A little bit of snow buildup here on the steps. Not too much. We're not going to accumulate anything massive. It's supposed to blow through by 7 o'clock. So that means it's just going to be a chilly, warm. It's going to be a chilly setup for the farmer's market. Here's my tent. So we had this set up earlier. So they had a place to cut wood that was sheltered. But I'm going to have to take that with me this morning. Kind of don't feel like going to sell jewelry in weather like this, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit. So Brian came down to the farmer's market to help me get set up, and I put up some walls here to block the wind. We were having some light snow during setup and really did not have a great turnout that day. It was kind of chilly, not too many shoppers, but you never know what you're going to get at the farmer's market. In fact, what we did get was a couple big wind gusts, and I almost lost my tent despite the weights.
All right, got all those finished up. only enough 2x4s to make 5, which is fine. I can get the 4 on the front done. Now, the ones for the small bay where the tub is will get cut because it's only a little over 10 feet tall. And then the other ones, the longer size, will need extensions on them. So we'll take and I don't know if they'll be long enough, the pieces I cut off the short ones. But what I'll do is I'll cut a 45-degree angle wherever it ends up on the end, and then I'll splice on another piece on top.
So after getting all of the trim work prepped, Bryan wanted to get started on the soffit work. So we're using tongue and groove pine, just unfinished pine to do the soffits. And now, over the 4-day weekend, we actually had extra help in the form of Bryan's brother coming to visit and our niece and nephew. So we had extra hands on deck to help us with cutting wood and running lengths of board up to Bryan, up the ladder. So it's definitely made sort of an assembly line of the work, speeding up the process, which was nice.
So there's a double miter on the ends of the piece, you mean?
Yeah, because this goes up 45, and the roof goes up 45 and 90 degrees from that. So it's I worked it out as 34. The miter's at 34 degrees, and the tilt is 35 degrees.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bryan. Happy birthday to you.
I made a manageable amount. The cake had some difficulty on the way home from Costco. So slipped around.
That's okay. That's wonderful.
I was like, I'm going to set it up just like this so it won't slide. I look in the rear view, it's sideways. I'm like, no, how? Did it do that?
Yeah, that's good.
Think for your birthday. Best surprise of the day. Snow. Was that a first time? Occurrence?
Yes, first time it's snow on my birthday, June 23rd.
Yay!
Too late for snow.
Colorado Mountain Living. Any life lessons this year? Wiser by another year?
Yeah, I guess. A little worn out this year. So
Yeah.
a little more relaxation this coming year.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Good deal.
sunny out now, though.
Yeah. Whee! And we're back to snow at the end of the day. Happy birthday, Bryan. It's snowing. Oh, nothing like a good Colorado snow in the second day of summer. Well, folks, what a weekend. Can you believe it? We're getting everything, all that good Colorado mountain living with all this weather. But it was, we were thrilled to have family come up and visit and have those extra helping hands. I know Bryan really appreciated it, having a couple extra guys be able to lift those heavy boards. They put up that ledger board where the deck's going to go on the front side of the house. So that was a really important job. That was really difficult to do. Not a one-man job. Definitely needed help on that. So he was glad to be able to get that done. And you can see here behind me, he's got some of the corner boards going up. So he's got a few more corners to hit around the house and some of the window to do, but then we'll be in the clear to go and start doing all the boards for the siding. So that is getting together for sure. And he did do a little bit of work on the countertops, some polishing, but I'm going to save a lot of the footage of that video for our third installment of concrete countertop video. So we've got a few more steps to do, and then I'll put all that together and show you guys how the countertops came out. But definitely always, never a dull moment around here, is it? It's just exciting. It's always exciting. Never boring, not dull over here. So we thank you guys for joining and checking out our fun little video on a spoofy snow in the summertime. I know it happens sometimes, but Bryan hasn't seen it happen in his lifetime, and he lived in Summit County, Colorado for almost 10 years. So that was higher up than here. And if you guys have any birthday wishes for Bryan, leave some in the comments. Let him know what kind of year he had. I think it was a pretty good one. Anyways, guys, we will see you next time. Thanks for joining in. All right, take care. Bye-bye.